Of Season 3, we're going to be off to China today. This is the AEV Championship, which means I'm a slightly drunk gnome, and I'm going to be taking you through today's race, as always. A little bit to catch up on after last week, then, when we visited Canada. That was a little bit of chaos. We appeared to have trouble with the lobby connection and the server there. That had to be reset after qualifying, manually leaving everyone to join. Then even in that lobby there, we appeared to have some random ghosting and connection issues and stuff as well. The game dishing out penalties left, right and centre for various things. Stewards had to take a big old look into what was going on last week. Some people had stuff removed, others had things added. There were some winners from that, and some losers, most notably from last week's race, Luca, with a qualifying ban, and he's starting from the back of the race today. He has been allowed to participate, no race ban's been put there, but a quali ban, and starting from the back of the grid. Was a severe incident with Skorpa through Canada. Tenta also issued with a 5-second penalty as well, which dropped him down a little bit in the final standings there after an incident with FCST, and also Tenta and KRONIK both picking up 3-place grid penalties for today in China. That's due to multiple warnings over smaller, more minor incidents in the previous races that have happened, but incidents still nonetheless that need to be taken note of, that have been taken note of enough to issue warnings. And now, after 3 warnings, the stewards have felt that enough to then issue a 3-place grid penalty onto those. So then, after those movings around and other deductions of penalties through the game being crazy with its unfair legal overtakes over ghosted cars, back runners, and other things under yellow flags, one big winner there last week was Lang. That moved him up into 3rd place. That's a podium then for Lang. Last week in Canada, Lang's first podium of the season, also through his good drive there in the Williams last week, giving him driver of the day as well. Last time we saw Lang on the podium was race to Austria of season 1. Been a whole season away from the podium there. Finally makes his return to it. Good to see Williams back up on the podium as well. Other nobles from last week's race as well. We saw Reaper tearing through the pack at the end of the race there. I still think he maybe switched over to using the wheel over the controller. He was like a lion just hunting down through that pack, getting himself in the podium again. That gave him 5 podium visits in a row there. That's the most amount of podium visits in a row ever set in the AV League, and I think Reaper very much likes number 5 because he's got the record on most podium visits in a row with 5. He's got the record of most wins in a row with 5, and he's got the record of most fastest laps in a row with 5 as well. Also, potentially today could be the last race for Reaper. He says he's not going to be able to partake anymore. Today is April the 1st, though. It is April Fool's Day. It could just be a lie. We don't know. We'll find out next week. So, 17 out of 20 people in here right now, waiting for the last few to come in and load up into the lobby. So Tygo gives me there full time now in Racing Point there, and we have James filling in today for Captain O'Reilly in the Renault. 19 drivers out of 20 in there now. Which car are we missing? The McLaren Xz is the driver we're currently missing. 6 seconds left. I don't think he's going to make it in time. 19 drivers for today then. And there we go, it's loading now to qualifying in China, Shanghai International Circuit in Shanghai, China. This will be a 50% race for us today, which will be about 28 laps around this track, 3.3 miles in length or 5.4 kilometers, 16 corners, and 2 DRS zones, I believe. Something makes me want to think it's 3, but official Formula 1 website says 2. Unless a third one was deemed to enter in last year, of which the official race was never run. We'll find out in qualifying. That's what happens when we drink before doing commentating. Still waiting for everyone to load. There we go. I thought it was going to have connection issues again. Right, what is the weather looking like? It's looking dry right now. If someone else can let me know, put it up in the chat so we can tell them what the weather's like for the race. Dry and cloudy for the race. Good. No issues of rain. We'll see who's going to come out and give us a nice clean lap. Reaper appears to have retired straight away right now. I'm going to take that as assuming he's on the wheel. He's opting to start at the back of the grid there. Maybe it is his last race if he's getting back on the wheel there. Good lot of space around this track, around China. Today should prove some good overtaking during the races. Please finish this one, YorkshireRock. As messaged by Will Walker, who's obviously watching along right now. Hello, Will. Right, and to get back to our drivers, let's get up our telemetry. And find out who's going to be coming around first and who can be trusted to put in a nice clean fast lap here around China. And have a look at the track. Gizmo out right now. He's in his first run of the Racing Point. We saw him do well in Brazil. A little bit wide there. We'll run it with him around our first lap of China as we come across the timeline right now. Nice and hard in turn 1 here of the first couple of turns here. Very notably interesting. Very long sweeping, gradually slowing down as coming through 1 and 2, then having to turn back quickly on itself for 3 and 4. Very easy to try and get the power down here quickly, remembering that turn does carry on going. Can be a little place there to maybe see some drivers spin as you can come down to the hairpin of 6. Now nice and slow through there. Get back up to speed here, flat out through 7. Nice mix of fast, medium and slow turns through this track. Again, turning into a hard before slowing down. 9 and 10 here, again, like 3 and 4. It can be very easy to try and get the power down too quick here and run wide on the exit. Tiger takes a lot of inside curve there. That didn't validate his lap though, which is good. Now we have the opposite here through 12 and 13. There's lots of space on the exit here, and important to get the power down as quick as possible. Coming around through here, that's going to set you up for the straight, for the DRS zone. Very long straight section here, about 1.2 kilometers of straight section there as we come into the hairpin there of 14. And the last corner 16. This is very easy. I was just about to say very easy to invalidate your lap there on 16. Very easy to run wide there on 16. You see Tiger there purposely trying to cut it very tight on the inside, and he invalidated it on the other part of the inside there. And there's Lang getting around for fastest lap first. He's set at 1.30. He's on provisional pole right now. There's the marker for everyone else to try and hit through this race. Who else out right now? Who else is about to come around? We see some Ferraris here. That's an invalidated lap for David. Tess is on the lap now. AlphaTauri's Chronic there with a 130. Knack also with a 130. This could be looking very close here. Chronic on pole here in Season 1, and currently his teammate Wouter was on pole here in Season 2. So Alfa Romeo is going to be looking to do good and score some points here again, maybe, and maybe get a better start here on the pole. While we're following Chronic, he's done his lap. David's on an invalidated lap. FCST here with mediums. What's he going to be able to do here with these mediums? A few more drivers there setting times. Kuhn with 132. Rowandemoawn in Yorkshire a little bit further behind with 132s and 133s. FCST just holds it inside there, not running wide on the exit. That's a 132 also on the medium there. Everyone else looks like they're on in-laps to Mestos. I think he's also on mediums. I think he's going around here for another lap. He's already got one lap on those mediums. Must have invalidated the previous one. Let's see what he can put in on this medium tyre here. Still 12 minutes left to go qualifying. Still plenty of time for them to switch out to that softer tyre. Domestos being the winner here in Season 1. Again, going to be looking to do well here. AlphaTauri doing very well in the constructors right now, almost with an absolutely dominating, massive lead. If I just pull up my standings right now, near getting a little bit wide there. I heard him lift off as I was just looking down at my standings sheet. It's not what you want there on that exit of 13. Want to get as much speed down there before the DRS zone. So see AlphaTauri on an 89-point lead now in the constructors. Knack obviously never having started further back than the front row of the grid. He's always been in first or second. It's always been the AlphaTauri up the top there. We need to put an end to that today at China. No more AlphaTauris on the front rows. Domestos there, moving to 131 on his mediums. It's a good time there for the medium tyre here around China. A lot of grip needed on these long corners to be able to get that power down quickly. Could see problems in the race if some drivers trying to run longer stints on their tyres, trying to get the power down. Potentially seeing them spin a bit there. WaR-Skorpa, he's on a quick lap now, also on the mediums, getting nice and wide before 6 there. A little bit wide on the exit, cutting in a bit, trying to adjust the oversteer there. Turns it into 7, nicely flat out through here, following it into 8, trail breaking down a little bit through the corner. Gets 9. Might be getting back on the gas, flat out through here now. He stays in nicely there. Hello there, Kuhn. Kuhn watching along, obviously, probably while driving and in the pit lane. I got my string thing up. There we go. Right, Skorpa now coming down into the hairpin of 14, taking lots of inside curb there. So turn 16 here at the end, the easiest one to pick up a penalty or run wide. He slows down enough, keeps it inside the limits. That puts him in the 10th. That's a 132 on the mediums. Kuhn and Domestos there, the only two drivers setting 131s on the medium tyre. Commentator now out on the medium tyre. He, as we said earlier, with a 3-second grid penalty. That's coming up purple in Sector 1 for me, though, with him on the mediums. This could be a good run. He's going to be trying hard to get rid of and start as high up the grid as he can because of that 3-base grid penalty. That's enough to move you back a couple of rows on the grid. It's easily the difference from being on the second row to being down at the back of the 4th row. It takes lots of curb through 11. Could have been a bit tighter there through 12. Run a bit wide. I heard him lift. That's going to cost time. Any lifting through that sector there as you come through 11 and 12 is not what you want to be doing. It's going to cost time. In the DRS, maxing out there at 205. I feel could be running a bit much downforce on the back there. Maybe getting higher speeds coming through there. Nice and wide before his entry. Nearly runs a little bit wide there. Keeps it in. What's he going to do on his mediums there? To 132.9. That's behind Skorpa. He's in 12th with that. That's about right now. Kuhn going out again on the mediums right now, not switched back to the soft tyre. 7 minutes left of qualifying right now. He's going on the medium again. Kronik out here on the soft tyre. He's going for another lap. I said, I'll pulse here in Season 1. What time's he running right now? Be good, it should be better than Zella. That does put him on pole now, so 130.2. Fastest qualifying lap here, real life, 131.095, set by Sebastian Vettel in 2018. We've nearly ruined that by a second, 8/10 quicker for us. Lang now back out on the soft tyre, Williams looking very strong today after that podium in Canada. Currently in 4th. Let's see what he can do through here. Getting on that power nice and early. That looks stable there through 10. Turning in hard to it. That's fastest in Sector 2. That's come up purple. Nice, good entry here. Getting flat out. Really flat out through 13 there. That's nice. That's going to give him a lot of speed through this straight before we get this DRS zone. And staying nice and wide there already. Before we even get to the chicane, before we even get to the hairpin here at 14. Didn't look at what sort of speed we had there going down the straight. This should be good. He's looking roughly the same sort of time Kronik was when he came out of that hairpin. Lifted the brake a little bit more than he wanted to there on the exit, but that's good. That puts him right behind Kronik in 2nd place there. That's a 130.3 from Lang. Williams is looking strong and invigorated after his 3rd place podium last week in Canada. Mack now with 5 minutes left to try and put himself back up here on the front row of the grid again. Have we finally removed this AlphaTauri from the front row? Mack on his fast lap now on softs. What is he gonna do? Maybe take him quite a lot of inside curb there. Nicely on the power there, coming through 4. They had to set him up for this straight section before 6. Engine braking there, dropping down through the gears. We come in to that hairpin. Nice and flat out, getting right on the inside of that curb. That's caused oversteer. Max completely spun there. He's going to be upset with that. He's going to want to get back round in now. I think someone else has hit him. Was that a Renault? I think that might have been James Al. That's just also flagged up as a 5-place grid penalty for Knack there. He's going to be upset there. Gizmo just flashing up on my screen there. Quickly purple in Sector 2. It disappeared though. He's on a medium right now. Let's see what he's going to do. I think this is the race. We have removed AlphaTauri from the front row of the grid. It's taken you 8 races, a third of the season now, until you could stop that AlphaTauri on the front row. team's going to be looking to claw back points to about 89-point lead. I think we said the AlphaTauri had there in the constructors. Tiger's up to 12th there with that stint on the mediums there. Quite very easy to see that break there of the softer than the medium tyres. The medium tyres not getting any better than 132s. YorkshireRock now, he's coming around on his fast lap right now. He's on soft, looking to improve his time of a 133. Coming through the hairpin of 14 there now. Nearly got down the power a little bit too early. That he brings it through 16 there quite nicely and quite fast. What's he going to do on the soft? That's a 132.8. That moves him up slightly into 14th. Can do better on this softs there. We should be able to. He's going to try. He's not going around though for another lap. Don't know if he'll be able to make it into the pit and try and get out on another one or not. So, who's out right now? We've got Kronik and Lang. We have an Alfa Romeo and a Williams up here on the front row of the grid. Coons on that lap. He's on the softs now. He's looking to put that AlphaTauri back up on the front row. He's not happy about what have just happened. He's going to be coming around in a minute. Who else? Tiger Gizmo still going around on his mediums there. David yet to set a time on softs, and Luca also yet to set their times. As we're going to take the AlphaTauri round now for his qualifying lap. Can he put the AlphaTauri back on pole? Nice and fast there into one. I think maybe a little bit too quick, and we seem to be a little bit juddery on the brakes. That's a good exit there from 4. Down to the hairpin of 6. Brings it through there pretty nicely. We've got nice and fast and flat out through 7. Don't touch that inside curb and spin like knack. Clip the inside curb. That caused a little bit of oversteer, trying to correct it, and the car whipped back the other way, taking all the curb on the inside of 9, getting nice and flat out there for 10. That was nice through there. That's fastest in sector 2. Nice and wide to get right on the power there. That's looking good through 13. Coming out nice by that exit curb into the DRS zone. So about 1.2 kilometers of straight track here to fly down. Very important, that exit of 13. Again, I missed how fast he was going. What do we do now? Turn 16. This could be good. This is looking very... Is it going to? Doesn't. 130.5 on the second row. That puts him in full knack. Obviously, with that grid penalty being applied though from the game, I didn't see exactly what happened there, but I think Renault went straight into the back of him. Don't think it was intentionally Knack's fault. He had spun after his clip on the curb, and someone came into him. Bestos there retiring. He's just moved up into 5th there with the Haas. CST, a few drivers still on outlaps right now. Who's going to be coming back round first? Knack is back out right now on his soft tyre. Is going to be going for another fast lap again. Lollopuppa down here as well. I haven't seen much from Lollopuppa. Obviously now the Mercedes was in the Racing Point. Tiger Gizmo obviously gone to the Racing Point. Lollopuppa cooled up to move into Mercedes. I'm taking on board with him right now as we're coming to the hairpin of 6. Taking a bit of exit curb there. Don't really want to be taking too much exit there. Domestos there, putting it on pole in the last remaining laps here. We've got 130.2. So close to qualifying here. Top 7 drivers, all between 130.2 and 130.7. Half a second between the top 7 drivers here. This could be a very close race indeed. Lollopuppa nice and strong, nice and tight that inside, coming out, not touching the exit curb though, lovely and smooth there, in the DRS zone. What sort of speed we're going to clock out at about here, there we go, about 207, 208, doesn't, little bit bendy there on the exit. 204, 205 we saw earlier from, I think it was 10 to 9. Doesn't seem like much, nearly running wide on the exit there, but those few miles an hour, extra miles an hour under the DRS will change things. Drivers very much maximising the extra rubber on the track, especially out of that exit of 13. Like I said there, Lolla now up on the second row of the grid, and Nak does make it onto the front row. He's in first, 130.0. Well, we know that will be Lolla and Domestos moving to the front row, because we saw that grid penalty come up for him. Qualifying is over. I don't think anyone else is still running. Nak once again with the fastest lap in qualifying, even if the game won't let him start on pole this week. Still a very good show here though. Domestos now starting further up front here. Kronik, Afromeo and Williams here from Lang starting further up towards the front. Come in 40 seconds. I don't think anyone is still pushing for all their laps. Who's still actually... No, there we go. So we have qualifying Nak, obviously 5 race grid penalty, which means we then have Lolla in second, Domestos third, Kronik fourth, Lang fifth, Kuhn sixth, Bestos seventh, FCST eighth, Tico Gizmo ninth, 10th and 11th, David and Rowan 12th and 13th, Wouter and Tenta 14th, 15th, WaR-Skorpa, YorkshireRock 16th, 17th, Tess and James 18th and 19th, Reaper and Luca. Luca obviously at the very back, as we said, from the qualifying ban, and mass grid penalty ban starting the back as we go to load into China right now. Obviously Nak right now leading the driver's standings with 109 points, Reaper with 107 points in second, Kuhn in third with 88, Wouter in fourth with 79, Domestos in fifth with 61. The front two very close together there. The others still not out of reach though, if we see some spins like we saw from Nak there in qualifying. Drivers, old tyres, trying to extend stints out. Like I said, very tempting on some of these corners to try and get the power down very quickly, and old tyres are not going to be able to take it. And that curb there, that inside curb there on 7, wheels at full lock, turning in full power to that, you clip that inside curb, oversteer, trying to correct, and again, you could be spinning just like Nak was in qualifying. So it should be in for an interesting race. Hopefully no safety cars. China is pretty open and wide unless someone puts it right into the pit lane wall. So here we go then. There's 5 lights on. All lights are out and we're off as we come towards the first corner right now. It's that long corner, hard corner into turn 1. Make sure everyone starts easing off onto the brakes. I think we have made it all through there. Doesn't look like any problems. Coming back down. A little pip in there. AlphaTauri's pushing up, trying to get further forward. Fighting in the back there. Lolla making it away quite cleanly at the front there. Domestos, Kuhn now moving up there slightly as we need to get our telemetry and everything up, so we can work out what the hell's going on. As for Lang slipping down their position, as I said, Kuhn moving up, Nak slipping down a couple of positions there off the grid as well. Obviously probably a lot of battling there, going to this first couple of corners, a lot of cars running wide there we see behind us there on that exit. Coming back down onto this long straight section. Lolla now making a bit of headway there on Domestos and Kuhn. A good second between all of them. Lang sticking close behind Kuhn though, and the group behind him. Bestos, FCST, both moving up the pack there slightly. as well. They're going to want to not lose his front runners too much at all right now before DRS is activated. The two Haas there battling behind us. We see one almost FCST driving right in the back of Lang there. Got two cars on either side of him right now, trying to come up into this turn. He's getting squashed in the middle there, and all the time the others are just getting further away at the front there. Everyone's elbows out, bullying each other in these corners, trying to get track position on here. Knack now having moved his way back up now after all this fighting there. Kuhn running in AI for some reason right there. Other drivers not going to be happy about that right now. Now I've got Knack's teammate on the inside of him coming into the hairpin of 6. Give each other space. Don't take each other out in the preliminary laps. And pushing forward. Pat all still very close together here. David working his way up there. Good to see that from the Ferrari. Currently at the bottom of the constructors. Unfortunately, maybe kind of mirroring real life over the last year. David well moving his way up. FCST now dropping back there. He was further up. Lang back up into 4th right now. Everyone moving around so much right now. Kuhn dropping back down. Everyone's scuffling through these corners. Lollopuppa there all the time now, 1.2 seconds ahead of Domestos. Watching David and the Haas. Kuhn getting real tight on the inside there. We've got 3 wides coming out of the hairpin of 14 there. Kuhn running very wide. The DRS now going to be enabled. Getting right up on the outside there. FCST not wanting to give up any space. Who's that? David and Kronik, they're touching, grinding together a little bit. I can see in here. Very fast. Wouter here coming up. See everyone just really fighting super close together. There's a Ferrari getting on David, getting on the inside of Wouter, bumping him slightly. We saw that and get pushed out of his line slightly. I'm reminded of what tyres these people in. Wouter currently the highest runner here on the medium tyres. Be looking to get as further forward as he possibly can while he extends out these medium tyres so he can have his softs at the end. Unsure what sort of tyre strategy the drivers may take today. Running on the mediums is possible just about to one-stop China with the right setup. You're obviously going to be losing time towards the end of those laps, so while extending the tyres out. But I don't know with how much power is required to get down hard after these corners. I see KRONIK there fully going tight on the inside, overruns on going into the hairpin. A lot of speed from the DRS, the slipstreams getting from Kuhn FCST there. Let's see again, yeah, the hard tyres on here, trying to get that power down out of some of these corners. Those hard tyres might not be as easy as what it is with the softs and the mediums, and you might see more either running long on that medium soft or going for a 2-stop strategy here at China rather than taking the hard tyre. But we see what the drivers choose to do. Lolla there, ever greasing lead. Knack getting up, squeezing on the inside there of Lang in that turn 6 hairpin. Lang stay on the power through there. That's Nat Lang not wanting to lose that DRS on them. He is going to have DRS on Knack and Bestos. Hey, they're both going to have the DRS on Bestos. Lollopuppa now 2.8 seconds in front of Domestos. Domestos another couple of 4 seconds ahead of Bestos there. Lang now slipping back a little bit there on that exit of turn 13. Not able to maybe get the power down as much of them. Still get the DRS though. Bestos and Knack we see up there fighting ahead of me. Knack just trying to get on the inside of him before the hairpin. He does make that through there. Lang still holding on behind. That's going to help Lang to maybe close the gap a little bit. There's Lang up past. What has happened to Bestos there? He's going to the pit. I didn't see the word pit. What else is going on here? Chronic following close behind FCST here. FCST cutting tight to that inside. So Chronic almost fighting the car there, trying to get the power down, trying to keep it stable on that exit to 4 there. As we said, it can be difficult. Wanting to get the power down very quick, very early, because you can do, but you need to be taking the corner right. Bouton's Alfa Romeo teammate following on behind. Alfa Romeo as a team, I think, the most points finishes between them this season so far, I believe. And there we see Chronic seeing that space there from FCST, trying to get the power down. Exactly what we said. Wheels are turned and very easy to spin on these corners. So we have about out. I think we just managed to not take any damage though on that. So it's managed to keep racing again. It's on those soft though, he's going to want to try and extend that timeout on those softs now that he's lost a few laps there before he pits. See a little bow here, Williams back here, Wouter there as well, slipping back a little bit, and the 2 Renaults there, Luca running very wide on the exit there. I'd be surprised that wasn't a warning. Wouter there with the DRS, he's coming straight up past on the outside in turn 1. Yellow flag in sector 2. Is that a Ferrari I see at the side of the road? That is Tess that has spun. That looked like that's the exit of 9 and 10 there. I think it's run wide, hit the curb. Wheels have still been at full lock, coming out, spinning again. Coming in to 11 there, just taking the spin. Tyres are going to be overheating. There's going to be no grip there right now. Need to be easy on them tyres. Careful on them boots as we put the power down. David's in the pit now as well as we look at James, the only driver currently with a penalty right now on our grid. The 2 Renaults are fighting together at the back here. Should be working together here, boys. Get that DRS from each other. Both the Renaults now with penalties. Work with each other, get that DRS, work yourselves up through the pack. You've got the medium tyres on, you can take that longer stint. Don't be battling, running very wide on the exit there. There's another time penalty there. Multiple warnings. How's the DRS though? There. And Reaper obviously started back there. Reaper on the hard tyres now. Reaper obviously having some problems at the start. 5 laps on these tyres. We're 7 laps in. Maybe going to go for a long stint on these hards and then probably maybe switch out to some softs for the last few laps potentially at the end. There's a lot of people there pitting in, a lot of guys, some guys on the medium tyres there pitting in. There's a lot of guys on the softs pitting on to the medium tyre. I'm sorry, as we watch Reaper done that very big undercut earlier of switching off obviously his tyre. Already pitted. I wonder if he's just going to try and run these hards at the very end of the race now. I don't know. No, he started on his hards. 6, we're on lap 7. Yep. I'm sorry, drink. My only excuse. Right, what's going on there now as we see this? This is all our drivers that have pitted in just a second ago. Lang, FCST, Kuhn. All pitted in from their softs, all on the mediums now. Knack still out there. Knack and Chronic, only 2 drivers out there right now on their soft tyres. Let's try and see how Knack's tyres are holding up for him. Is he going to come into the pit now? is going to come into the pit. Is Chronic going to come into the pit and get rid of those softs, or is he going to keep trying to go a little bit after he had that spin and lost those places? It's also coming in to the pits now, so that'll be all our drivers off their starting tyre. All our soft tyre drivers off their starting tyre, sorry. Still got the guys up here, 5 guys up here on their starting tyre. These guys on the mediums. Going to be looking for going quite a while longer before they pit in. Let's follow on with James for a bit now as he follows Reaper. Reaper's going to be looking to catch up and get past Luca, working his way up towards the front. As I said, potentially his last race. Don't know if that's a joke or an April Fool's or whether he means it. He is back on the wheel and he did start at the back, so it does kind of indicate he just wanted to have a real good race before he does leave, so it might be true. He is right behind Luca there. Luca knows Reaper's going to get him, trying to give him space. Reaper trying to get him on the opposite line angle. Just wait till the DRS zone. I would have held my line there if I was Luca anyway, and just knowing that Reaper better get past in the DRS zone. No need to keep tight on that inside line that he took down into 11. Would have been fine in front of Reaper. It's up into 3rd now from the back of the grid. 1 retiree so far, which is Tess. A little bit wiggly there. Saw him as he touched the curb. YorkshireRock with a penalty right now. Currently as well, also picked one up. Didn't see when he picked that up. WaR-Skorpa leading the race here. Renault following in tight behind Luca. As we mentioned, Lang getting past YorkshireRock here in turn 1 and 2. Both on the medium tyre. Obviously Lang on much fresher mediums right now. Yorkshire still on his starting mediums. Tenta back there in 13th, still on his starting mediums as well. They would have been hoping to work their way further up through the pack, like the rest of them on the medium, like the rest of them on their starting mediums, but doesn't look like it's happened too well for them. That's unfortunate. FCST also making his way past Yorkshire now. He's trying to hunt down Lang. Who's our leader? So we have Lola was our leader. Domestos close behind him right now. This is looking good. Domestos be happy with this right now. Lola was the race leader. He's getting held up right now by the Renaults. We have a little DRS train going through here from these guys that have still yet to pit. It's going to help these guys on these fresher tyres right now, helping conserve a bit of fuel. ERS through here. ERS, very easy to burn through the ERS. Well, here in China with these long straight sections, and because of the nature of a lot of these corners, because of how we're slowly kind of trail braking through the corners here, you haven't got those heavy braking zones like you've got Canada to just rapidly fill that ERS back up. So you need to be much more conservative with it here at China. Much more careful with the refilling and usage of it. This could allow best, this could help out. I think there's a little bit of contact there. Did a lot of tap the back of James there. I heard a little bit of a thud. There's no one behind us. I was just about to say Lola and Domestos here getting held up by James and Luca could very much help out Bestos, Knack and Lang to start catching back up. They were our like front 5 and 6 drivers that were leading the race before they all came into pit. All of them here in front of Lola. All 5 drivers there are on old mediums and hards. They are going to need to pit again. And what was our front runners are getting held up here. This could be allowing Reaper to just keep trying to extend out that little bit of time that he's going to want to do. He's going to take probably the longest stint there on those hards. Lola running wide. They're trying to get the gas down too early coming here. Domestos looking very stable instead. Sees his opportunity. Straight through there, on the straight there now, as we see Luca and the Renault. Luca trying to defend from the Renault. Renault with the DRS. Luca still makes it into the hairpin first though. As we come through 60, nice and careful through there. Both just within the track limits there. Into the DRS again. Can the runner get him on the outside here? He's going to go for it. They nearly touch wheels there through one. He's going to try and push for that inside. He can't get the power down too much because of the turn. They do touch wheels there. I don't think that was really Luca's fault. It was kind of tight through there. That was no problems. He's back on the track. He hasn't taken damage. Just a little minor incident. No one's fault. Maybe putting his nose a little bit, trying to push too much for that gap that wasn't really quite in reach of with the speed of how that corner is. Messed us now moving this way up into 5th. Bestos falling behind. Going to get the DRS as we come through 12 and 13. Domestos is going to have it on Luca as well. Luca's not going to be having any DRS. Trying to break the slip there we see ahead. Luca trying to weave, finally settle in, take their lines. Domestos is on the inside one there. Oh, why have we gone to a weird camera? Domestos does make it past Luca in the hairpin, and from Bestos. And next one here, obviously pitting a little bit earlier when he pitted for his mediums and the others on their softs, running a couple laps longer on them. As we see, there's James going into pit now, take off those old medium tyres. Trying to get the power down the car, almost wanting to pick up that oversteer there. You can see it just starting to unstable itself a little bit. A little bit wiggly on the exit there from Luca. Bestos lifting there through 5. Not 5, through 7. I'm looking at Luca's number of position. Luca touching the grass, running wide there. There we go. Bestos seizes his time. He's now through. They're looking good. Why is my interval time not up? I don't have an interval time anymore. Can't tell how close anyone is. No one with more than a 3-second penalty right now. Nat getting up past Luca now. As we look at our tyre stop information there, Luca still to pit, YorkshireRock, Tenta, WaR-Skorpa and Reaper here, all to pit. 3 drivers running towards the front here. As we saw Reaper obviously on the hards, WaR-Skorpa and WouterVanDenBoom on the medium. That's coming up for Reaper's pit window right now to switch to the medium tyre. So I'm wondering if Skorpa and Wouter are both going to switch over to the hard tyre in a minute. Twelve laps on the hards. I should imagine Reaper can comfortably take more than that on the hards. Long now, obviously managed to get himself going again after a slight little spin when he was following Domestos there. He's chasing back down Bestos now. Nice there through turn, fairly on the power. ERS looking very low though. Bestos still with a bit of that of 38, and I just want to check Knack's. Knack 56. Knack, as I've noticed through previous races, very good at conserving his ERS. Through race, often seen him running at the front of the pack there with barely any ERS usage, all saved up to defend. Nat Lang makes it past his teammate there before we even get into the DRS zone, and he's got the DRS as well. And there's Luca challenging him. Don't challenge your teammate, Luca. You still need to pit. Let Lang go through. Work together, team coordination. Read the track. Lang has a good chance to work himself up into a good position. If we can let him go through. There we go. Chase down Nak, Lola, Bestos, and Domestos now. Qualified in a good position, and the car looks very, very stable on these long, hard exits. Follow on Lola, still closely following behind Bestos. Rest of the pack towards the back there, after the top 10, very much spread out through various incidents and spins and issues people have had around this track. Oh, not many drivers really within DRS striking range of each other right now. Two more drivers pitting again, Tenter and Yorkshire pitting again now on to the hards. Should be taking those hards to the end then. That was Yorkshire and Tenter. That was the two further back runners on their starting tyres. Bestos very wide there. That's going to be warnings. Not got a penalty yet though, so it's obviously not looking too bad for him. With 15 laps in, that's still another 13 laps to go, just over halfway through this race. Lola getting very close through two there. Just can't follow him close enough. The Haas getting a lot of power down there through the exit of 4. Haas, they're appearing to have more power, more grip there on the exits of these corners. It is on the medium tyre. 7 laps on these hards, 9 laps on these mediums. Mediums are probably still looking okay for their grip there. A few more laps though, and the tyres will be kind of getting roughly to an equalish sort of point with what grip they can get down. Oh, going to get the DRS. David picking up a 3-second time penalty there. That's also looking a little bit unstable on the exit though. Should get the DRS. I don't think he's going to be able to make it into the corner before the hairpin though. Haven't got much ERS here from Lola. He's pushing and pushing. It's not going to get there. Make sure he's slow in time. Follows him out nicely. There's a fastest lap there from Reaper with a 134.1. Real life fastest lap ever around this track in Shanghai, China is a 132.238. That was set by Michael Schumacher back in 2004. No one has ever been faster around Shanghai. We see WaR-Skorpa obviously pitted right now. He's on his hards. Interesting to see where he's going to come out right now. Actually, he was running at the front there for a very good amount of time. That will then give us a gauge of where roughly Reaper's going to come out as well in the pack. He comes back down in 10th place, so when Reaper does pit, there is going to be a good bit of work for him to do again there to work his way back up through this pack. Obviously Bestos here pitting slightly earlier than the rest in this what will be the front group of 6 when Reaper comes into pit slightly over tyres here with 10 laps, and Nak extending out the stint on his softs and with slightly younger 7 lap hards there. All the rest all about 8 laps. And we do have a safety car. That wasn't what I wanted. There's a blue car. There's Tenter. That looks like he's in the pit wall on my map. That's what I feared. That's one of the only things that's going to bring a safety car out on China, because we've got such a wide track here. Whereabouts is Reaper? He has made it in the pit lane. That was lucky for him. Now I imagine we'll probably see quite a few of these front drivers here probably pit. And what have we got there? That's 17, 11 laps. Run. You could run those last 11 laps on softs. You can run them very comfortably on softs. We saw them run about 8-9 laps on softs earlier. They were obviously the starting softs as well, which they've already run out lap, fast lap and in lap in on softs. So could pit back off onto softs. I think they're all taking fresh mediums though. They don't look like they want to risk those softs. WaR-Skorpa obviously back out on hards. He'd pitted previously just beforehand. He pitted again though for no, he was on the lap before. That's worked out very well for him indeed then, with when he pitted just before that safety car's come out. That's allowed him to jump right back up through the pack there. Wouter as well, obviously only pitting 2 laps there prior to the safety car. That's allowed him to get right back up. Reaper's managed to maintain track position there with that safety car. That was very lucky for him. That safety car has come at just the right time for those guys. For those guys that were leading at the front there, it's come at literally the perfect time where they've just pitted off their tyres or just about to. They've had the safety car. And everyone else there behind now, Nak, Domestos, Lola Lang, FCST, they're going to be annoyed by this safety car. They were all looking to move up a couple of positions there, and safety cars said no. You have to queue up. Everyone's on fresher tyres here now though. Everyone's pitted in. So it's going to be a pretty fair, even battle here on the safety car restart. One thing we have to take note of though, the safety car restart on China is a nightmare. That safety car will slow down and the game will force the slowdown of the front cars as you come through turn 16. If the guys at the back keep accelerating, they're not going to see. The game is going to impose the cars in front slow. You can't change it, you can't do anything about it. And they're going to go straight into the back of them, and we could have a bit of a nightmare of a restart at China. Safety car restarts are not fun here. Take this time to Wouter changing his mind there, only on 2 lap old hards, seeing everyone around him on the medium tyre, not risking it on those hards, knowing they're all going to be able to have more grip down. He's going in the pit lane. I don't know whether that was the best idea or not. He's putting on a set of mediums. He's sitting in second place there. He's going to drop right back out of point position now, and he's really going to have to fight his way back up through that pack now. I don't know if that was possibly the best call for him. It wasn't second. I would have potentially stuck it out with the tyres on. He had WaR-Skorpa behind him also on... No, he had Bestos and then WaR-Skorpa behind him on the hard tyre. WaR-Skorpa, I hope they're going to hold up the others a little bit. There's no guarantee everyone's going to make a way up their pass. They're all in the medium, scrabbling for position. They could damage each other, hit into each other, and just giving up track position there to switch tyre and gone to the back of the field, way out of point position. Even on those hard tyres there, I would have stayed. I would have held that out on the hard tyre. Even if, say, like 5 drivers are going to get in front of you there, you're still going to be down 7th. You're still going to be taking points, and it's going to be harder now to get back up into that point position, I think, from where he is now. But that's his choice, not mine. While we wait for the safety car to do this thing, I'm going to open another drink. Reaper then looking to extend out. Safety car going to be coming in this lap. Like I said, Reaper looking to extend out that podium visits in a row. Currently on 5. He's going to make it 6 podium visits in a row. Everyone fresh tyres. No more pitting before the end of the race now. As we're coming along the straight. Everyone weaving, working hard, keeping those tyres nice and warm. Please remember, it's going to get very slow before turn 16. Please, no one drive into the back of anyone else. Nak having done well, they'd work his way back up through the grid. Obviously had that penalty that grid penalty at the start. Saw him also then drop back a few positions and just been there slowly chipping away at everything, working his way back up through the field, as I think the best of the back drivers have made it through, and we're back underway for the race, collision free, and that is what we like. Everyone's coming through turns 1 and 2 there, nice and fine. Williams there challenging the Haas of Luca, and who is that? Is that Kuhn and Nak have both dropped down positions here. Which one was that I saw spinning out the side of the road? I'm not sure, but I saw one of them has some damage. I saw wing fly. I'm trying to work out, it doesn't look like it's Kuhn. There has not got damage on the other side of his wing. You're just picking up a 3-second time penalty there. Can't see his wing was clear as well. I saw them spinning. I don't know what happened there. WaR-Skorpa out of the race, I've just noticed. He's dropped down. Kuhn getting back up past Luca now. Cars they're inside each other there. That was weird. Everyone getting a little bit wide there on the exit of 10. Very close there. Reaper pushing out a bit of a gap already. Bestos and DeBestos getting gap, but everyone else here. Full fit, 6 stuff. Everyone back nice and tightly. That's going to come around, I think, do another lap before DRS gets activated. Everyone's going to be wanting to stay close together. Guys at the front there are going to be looking to break it. They're not too far off each other. Bestos though, 3.9 second gap there over to Mestos. Reaper with another fastest lap there after the safety car restart of a 1:32.5. Only 3/10 off the fastest lap ever set here. James Al picking up a 3-second penalty there. Lang turning it nice into turn 1 and 2. Looking to try and get past FCST. ST closes down that inside door. Get a little bit wide there on the exit. Pull it back through and stay close with him. FCST pulling away a little bit there. Domestos trying to put that gap up on FCST as well. AlphaTauri finally maybe finishing a little bit further down. I'm sorry, AlphaTauri boys. You're dominating too much. It's nice to see some other cars towards the front right now. KRONIK working hard there after last week in Canada. Well, 8 laps left to go now on here. Lola making his way past Luca before turn 12 there. Luca's still very close behind here on the exit. Oh, little slipstream, little train going here. Lola trying to hold off, burning that ERS as look at them all come through the corner, and that's the AlphaTauri getting pushed wide. Nak's not going to be happy there. Luca and Lola have made it through. I think Nak sent it right deep down the inside there. I kind of missed it. I was blocking out camera angles and other things, so I apologise, but I'm pretty sure I sent him quickly sent deep down the inside. David picking up a 3-second penalty there now as well. It's very heated midfield battle going on here right now, especially with that safety car restart so close at the end. Everyone on fresh tyres, no need to pit anymore, and no one has any tyre advantage over anyone else really right now either. All these mediums up here. Follow on with Kuhn now, trying to get the pressure onto KRONIK, trying to move the AlphaTauri back up. KRONIK adjusting line slightly there to get wide before the entry. That's allowed Kuhn to gain on him a little bit through there. Get a good exit here and DRS. KRONIK's pulling away through that exit there, but now we're onto the straight. Kuhn's going to get the DRS. AlphaTauri here. Very low downforce there. Catching him as soon as we got on the straight. Not the same sort of power out the corner though. KRONIK defending, holding that inside, running a little bit wide, and taps Kuhn from holding and braking late on the inside there. into turn 1 now, unable to make anything happen with the DRS on the timeline there. Mac and Luca fighting here through turns 1 and 2. Outside becomes the inside. They make it round, and I think that Wouter managed to sneak up through there as well. No, Wouter spun at the back there. He's trying to make it up through, I saw, as Luke was pushed wide, and he couldn't. David getting in front of him there right now as well. That's unfortunate for that Alfa Romeo. Back on here, Lang, FCST and Domestos. Lang picking up a penalty there for the Williams, taking too much inside curb there. On that entry to 10, Kronik also picking up a 3-second time penalty. Lang will be happy about that. That means that Williams is a little bit safer from the Alfa Romeo right now. But they both got penalties. Kronik probably saw that penalty and just started to push Lang very low on that ERS right now, trying to push, trying to catch FCST and Domestos as they go into the hairpin there, and they come out. Lang trying to make up moves on the inside, the others two get held up. Running very, very close here. 4 laps left to 5 laps. 5 laps left to go right now here in Shanghai. As we follow on with some of the front drivers here, Lang, Domestos and FCST making it past Domestos. Reaper now with a 5-second gap over Bestos. Unless he spins or something, I think the race could happily be Reaper's there. Bestos also looking very comfortable in P2 there, with a 4-second lead over FCST. Everything still to play for in third here, as we're watching Lang, Domestos and FCST all running reasonably close, trying to battle it out for third. Where did my camera just go then? I thought Lang was going to try and launch one up the inside of Domestos then. Trying to get those cinematic camera angles for you guys, and just put it in the wrong place. Kuhn there, just trying to catch up with Kronik. Will move up to him past Sands. Kronik having that 3-second time penalty. Wants to get nice and close there towards Kronik and up to the others as well, so he can jump up past Lang as well. Ideally, he's going to be looking to get past Kronik, so then he can jump past Lang when Lang's time penalty is enforced. Lang's going to be looking to get up past Domestos. He's got everything on right now. So is Domestos. Domestos is getting the DRS from FCST. FCST pulling away there, burning through the ERS. As we come into these corners, these three just pushing each other, probably hoping someone's going to mess up, hoping someone's going to spin on the exit of one of these corners so they can just sneak their way past a little bit. Kronik there, out of the DRS range of those three, just trying to chase and hunt them down a little bit, and he needs that DRS from Lang so he can defend against Kuhn a little bit better there. Frantically chasing Lang to get that DRS. He might just get it in this lap on that straight, as come through 9. He's in it now. Can he hold it through 10? And he's just outside it. I don't think the timeline's down here, but the DRS is going to be in it. Don't think he's going to get the DRS. Kuhn's going to get the DRS on him. Kuhn could be straight past Kronik on here. He's not getting the DRS on Lang. Burning the DRS, nothing left there. Kuhn with the DRS, trying to get past. Slip back a little bit though. Kronik pulls to defend the inside. Kuhn's not going to make it round the outside. Tries to cut in. Very close. Can't do it. It's got the DRS again. Knack picking up a 3-second time penalty there. Kronik giving it everything. Kuhn right behind him there. He wants pass and he wants Lang's position as well when those penalties come into effect. Keep holding him up, Kronik. YorkshireRock picking up a 3-second time penalty there. We see David Ladd has DNF. Did I see that? I'm not sure if I saw that. I'll mention that both Ferraris out of the race again. God damn it, Ferrari. So far, the racing point driver of Tiger Gizmo has scored as many points for the Ferrari team as both Ferrari drivers put together, I believe, currently. Or did they pick some up more last race? They might have. I don't know, but Tiger Gizmo still scoring with the most points for Ferrari, as what Ferrari's had, with both Ferraris now out of this race. Stop crashing. Two drivers there, 2 racing points on the hards right now as well. You can see that's obviously hurt them. Still at the end of the race, they're choosing not to pit again when everyone else did, and because they already pitted earlier. But the medium tyre obviously just giving a lot more grip down than the hards were. Lang and Domestos both made it up past FCST now. FCST back past Lang. Lang getting squirrely on the exit there. Couldn't get the power down. Kuhn's just made it past Kronik as well. They've all got slowed down, obviously, from getting past that FCST. We missed out about slightly because we're talking about the racing points and Ferraris. Still Lang after that little squariness, just missing out on that DRS from FCST right now. He's not. He needs to push himself a little bit further forward so when we come back round to the other half of the track, he can get it. Otherwise, he's going to have difficulty potentially defending from Kuhn here, although both relatively the same on the ERS. Don't want to be running that down to 0 like we saw Kronik there, because that will affect the overall pace and speed of your car. ERS is burnt all the way through the drive. These cars are semi-electrical powered. Can FCST mount an attack back at Domestos for that other podium position in the final couple of laps of this race at China? Domestos picking up his first podium of the season at Brazil. He's going to be looking to take a second one there, try and move Red Bull a bit further up the Constructors' Championship. Currently Red Bull in third with 108. He's going to be trying to get ahead of them Mercedes there. Mercedes will be stretching out their lead again with Reaper though, taking some points there for them. Lang in that DRS zone of FCST now. Kuhn managed to escape Kuhn. Kuhn no longer in that DRS zone of Lang, but he's made it past Kronik, which means Lang's penalty is going to really come into effect now. David Kuhn dropping off that bit more, so Kuhn may pick up a penalty in the final lap so he can stay protected in the position. Car looking a little bit wobbly on these medium tyres now, as you can see him putting the power down on the exit of some of these corners. A lot of wear, a lot of strain put under these tyres on things like this on turn 7 here, and that exit of 13 putting the power down. A lot of wear happens with the tyres, and again here through 9 and 10 here, when you're putting the power down right there, wheels are fully turning, and a lot of scrub's going to be happening on the wheels. They do wear out. FCST right in the dirt there through 11. Get the power down hard still. FCST and Domestos just pulling away a bit there. He's still going to get the DRS though. It's not going to be close enough, I don't think, to make anything happen unless FCST mounts attack on Domestos and holds those two up. Lang might help him out. No, they slip in behind each other. Lang gets the power down much more cleanly there, out of 14. Kuhn still out of DRS range there. Kronik here within DRS range of Wouter. Both Alfa Romeos still running in the points here. It's only going to be 3 points if they finish in these positions, but it's still points for them. It still adds to their group combined tally of points totals in Season 3 of the AB League. Okay. been nice to get that other Williams back up into the points again, but not going to happen. Unfortunately, it's not a good a race today for Tiger Gizmo, as we saw him in Brazil doing that very good, great undercut in Brazil, running in second for a long time. So he had a bit more difficulties today. As I'm going to rejoin back up here. Kuhn now within that DRS range of Lang. Lang getting very upset about that penalty that he's picked up. Looking very strong at the start of the race, and there's Rowan with a fastest lap of 132.3, and it's not going to matter because he's in 15th, so he's not going to get the point for that. Lang burning that DRS to try and hold off as much as he can. That penalty's going to hurt him. He was looking very good as Reapers comes over the line in first, Bestos in second now. As we follow for Domestos, FCST and Lang in third, fourth and fifth, Kuhn and Lola in fifth and sixth. Lang dropping all the way down to seventh there from his penalty. Lola jumping up ahead of him as well. Wouter in eighth, Knack in ninth, Kronik in 10th. Let's wait for the last two to come through. That was a much better race than Canada last week. Only one safety car, no virtuals. And no massive errors and glitches in the game. Luca finishing in 11th, Tygo in 12th. James filling in the Renault in 13th, YorkshireRock in 14th, Rowan in 15th. As I said, I believe, fastest lap there going. Fastest lap there going for Rowan, but he's in 15th, so he's not going to get the point. Good effort though, Rowan, and well done for throwing down that fast lap at the end of the race. And three drivers there to put in 132 as we watch him try and drift an F1 car through the last corner there as he comes to finish the race. Not sure if he's been drinking more than me or not, but it certainly appears so. The game said Reaper as driver of the day. That's because he started at the back of the pack and he drove to the front. We'll vote for our own driver of the day, as voted for by the drivers and myself. And I don't know. That's a tough call on that. I'm gonna have to watch the race all over again, I think, to work out. I think who would take driver of the day there. And that's good there. Pretty good drive there from Bestos. He pitted earlier on and had a slightly different tyres to then move up before they all came in and pitted again and managed to move forward. Maybe Bestos. Maybe, I think, from what we saw and everything that happened, I think maybe Bestos might be the driver of the day there for me. Matthias, Victor, I'm not sure who you are, but that's okay, no worries, and I love you too. A quick look at the race director. Let's check out the incidents. Hopefully we haven't got too much there. A few track limits, kind of collision with FCST for David there. A few collisions. Far more than I think is possible to go through. It's streamed in 60 frames. If it's quick, you can pause it. And so yeah, there we go. And that's the end of race 8. That was the end of China. Where are we off to next week? I think it's gonna be France. Off to France on Monday. I will see you on Monday for race 9 in France. Goodbye.